What's up, guys? We're Zoúme. I'm Chris, the vocalist.
I'm Gian, the guitarist.
I'm Ken, I'm their assistant.
And you're watching Epic Pulse Magazine. We out here. Busher Gang, Diablo. Let's get it.
So how have you guys been affected during like this quarantine? How have you been holding up and doing?
Bro, since the quarantine started, bro, honestly, it's been like crazy for everybody. You know what I mean? So like, whether anybody's having like a freak out moment or like they're having a sad day, a happy day, like, it's just important for all of us to, you know, like, stay talking with each other. For me, that's like, I have trouble doing that. I'm just such a freaking, what's that word, bro? Wait.
Introvert?
Introvert, bro, yeah. I'm an introvert by nature, bro, and like, the only thing that keeps me going is shows, bro. Like, you know, putting on shows with Zoúme, playing shows with other bands, or like going to shows, you know. So I miss that shit a lot, bro. And that's definitely the vibe. But we're doing like a lot in our own side to like create music. You know what I mean? So we're keeping busy during this quarantine.
That's a good way to look at it, because some people could be like super introverted, but like
Yeah.
not putting in work, you know.
Exactly, man. So it's not good to be introverted and like isolate from everybody and like just don't do anything. Like, number one thing that people want to take away from you, bro, is like your creativity. You know what I mean? So as technology is moving forward, bro, I feel like everybody should pick up some form of art. You know what I mean? And like art is music, so we're staying true to that right now a lot.
For sure. And going back on your past, you've released 3 EPs, like, and I know you've been in the studio or rehearsing,
Yeah.
doing your thing. Like, what can we expect moving forward?
Oh man, like yeah. When you say 3 EPs, I don't even think about the fact that like it's been 3 EPs. Like the years fly by, bro. Like it's crazy. So yeah, we've been writing a lot of music, bro, since like the ending of middle of 2018, bro. And it's a lot of music that we have yet to release, and people are gonna hear it very, very soon, and it's gonna be like, holy fuck, I know why it took so long now. These songs are quality. I believe in them so much. I believe that's gonna take our band to like a place that we want to be. So a better place to share, and we have a lineup now that's like, it believes in the, you know, everybody believes, and we have the same mind. So we're strong as ever right now, and the new lineup is gonna show the world that like we're more than just like a studio band. We're a live band.
For sure. Gian, you recently joined the band. Like, how's that been for the past few months, or even like since you just started?
I mean, it's a bumpy ride just cause, you know, when it comes to playing with like other people that have the same vision, you know, they're always gonna have like high expectations of you, especially someone like Chris, because he's been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, the way I can describe it is that it's kind of just like finding a way to be tight and like kind of feel the music with the rest of your members, because that's how you know you're in a really good band. You know, when you actually feel the music, when everyone in the band is loving it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Experience, man. It's all about the experience. I'll say like, it's not about doing it for a long time. It's about experience. You know what I'm saying? You could be.
You've had plenty of experience.
Exactly. I've been playing live shows, bro, for like 7 years. You know what I mean? So like, out the state, everything. So like, it just one thing that it's hard for me to like, even if it's a very good player, bro, and I see him play for like my band, and he's like not moving or feeling the music, I'm not gonna want him in my band. You know? Like, I want a person that's like, is one with music as a whole. Like, I like the kids that are like the most enthusiastic on stage. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Yeah, that's what I want, bro. Cause I'm a very like, I'm like that, bro. I'm like, I try to be cheerful no matter what, but also show that having like an evil side or being aggressive could also be like positive. You know what I mean? I'm trying to make that a thing.
And like, in your past experience, like, what have you learned? Like, what are some of like the hardships of being in a band and like forming a band?
Oh man, it's a lot of it's having like a friendship, having like a trust. You know, like it does turn into like a brotherhood with the people that you're in the band with. But what I had to learn, bro, being the biggest one, is like the business side of things, bro. Like the fact that everything's like, you know, you can be close with your bro, but when it comes down to business, bro, you really need to make it about your business. And like, that's why I'm so strict, and I'm so like, I'm not really strict. I'm just I have big expectations. You know what I mean? And because I know what the industry wants, I know what, you know, labels want, and I want to make myself 100% ready for that. And I feel like I'm ready, but there's still things that aren't ready. And like, I'm like, okay, like it's gonna take time, I'm gonna get there, and maybe it's not gonna be a label. Maybe you're gonna be an independent band forever, bro. And like, we're gonna make co-op off of it. So I believe in doing things without a label. If hip hop artists could do it solo, then why can't a band? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A band's stupid. Are we just stupid? You know what I mean? So being the first generation Z band, I want to be like the one that makes it in the metalcore realm. and expands it into something that a hip hop listener that listens to NASCAR Low or likes X or Zilakami and wants to see Kai, shout out, wants to say Kai, Kaiva, you know, a lot of my homies from that music scene into my band. So I'm trying to like combine those music scenes together. That's my goal.
And I think you guys are doing a good job with that. Like, what steps do you think personally can you like take to like keep that going, keep growing?
Collabing, bro. Collabing, the whole thing with this whole music scene, man, and the World Tour scene, it's like nobody collabs. Like they do, like when they have, it's been fucking amazing. Like the Ken and Quinn, Big Fuentes. But it's been so little, and I feel like those bands, you know, I hope to work with them one day, bands like that. But now in our scene, it's good to work with the people in our age coming up with us. So
For sure.
I have a lot of homies, man, and we have a couple songs, a couple ideas that are put together right now that people are gonna be fucking excited to hear. Everybody go follow Kaiva, to my German homie, where we have a track together that's gonna be coming out like in the future for sure. And yeah, I think playing shows, mixed genre shows is a big one. That's something we started doing. Like, you know, we played like a year or two full over our shows that we held ourselves. We're the promoter, we're the booking agent, we're everything in the show. So there's always been multi-genre shows, and when I go on tour, not only do I want to take out all my rock homies and my bands and metal bands, shout out to the worst of us, but I also want to take out other homies too and like really combine the music scene for real.
And I think that's like a big part of like the music culture recently. I feel like within like trap metal and like all that kind of like rap and metal is kind of recently tied together.
Yeah, it has, man. And I saw that wave coming 2 years ago too, bro. I'm sorry, what were you gonna say, bro?
No, like even with X and like everything like that.
Yeah.
Puya, Ghost Main, like they all kind of like connect.
That's a
And I feel
fact.
like you guys hit all of the realm.
Hell yeah, man. And that's like the music I listen to, like, you know, like from 2016 to like 2020, like right now, like those artists I listen to more than like the bands I grew up listening to. So it's a lot of just like nature, like just by nature I want to make different music, you know what I mean, that I grew up listening to. I want to create something brand new. So if you're watching this and you want to see that Zoúme has more to offer than just like a metal or like a rock song, something experimental that you never heard before, go listen to Phantom, go listen to Terry Click, and go listen to What's Next, and there's a lot more coming. And there's a lot of more stuff that's coming that's also very nostalgic side from us too. So I think that the new music's really gonna separate us from like being like a typical like just metalcore band.
And like, what are your like influences? Like obviously X and like
Yeah.
Ghost Main, you grew up on them. Well, not grew up on them.
Yeah.
You listen to them now. Are those some of your influences, or is there like more deeper than that?
Where I think it's definitely deeper than that, bro. For me, I was listening to that kind of music in 2015, 2016, like the beginning of 2016, right when it popped off, and seeing their progress, bro. Like when X was alive, and like he went to jail, and like how he came out, and like he's making metal music before he even went to jail, that people don't even know about. Where he's screaming on a full on metal track with drums, like holy shit, like, you know, I had a lot in common with a person like that in this music scene too. Because, you know, I'm closer to that age than I was to, like, I don't know, like, let me say, like, Oliver Sykes, you know what I mean? He's older than me, but, like, 10 years, you know what I mean? Or more. So, at that point, it's like, you want to listen to, you want to be with the people around your age group. And naturally, I connected a lot with artists like that. And Scarlord, I'm big into Scarlord as well. Zedakami. Ghostman's a big one for me, too. And he's really combining, like, you know, freaking rap and, like, those production elements into, like, new metal, experimental stuff, like, electronic, like industrial music. So, you know, when we created a song called Xanax, bro, like that was purely being influenced from X back in 2017. And like we made that song and I was like, man, we could really change music right now. Like something just clicked. Like let's make music that's our influences of what we listen to on that everyday shit, you know what I mean? Because at that point we weren't really listening to like metalcore bands as much. Now I'm kind of back into it. Granted, like everything has a cycle, your phases, but now maturing and really letting time pass by, I'm able to like digest and like show the world like something that they're able to understand, you know what I mean?
John, would you say like those are some of your influences too, like personally?
Personally, yeah. But you know, I was more on the metal side of things. I've always been, because as a guitar player, you know, that stereotype. But
Yeah.
yeah. I was always on the more metal side of things. But as time went on, you know, you start to develop your ear, and you're like, like, what's something more mainstream while keeping this?
Yes.
And it's, when you want to like make
Smart.
something new in this like scene, it's like, how do I combine heavy music with mainstream music? How do I make this? How do I go to anyone, right? And just be like, yo, listen to this. What do you think? Like, and have them like it, bro. you know.
Is there like a unique sound that you stick to though?
A lot of modern metalcore, like that's just not expected. You know what I mean? Just it's not the typical like
Intro, chorus, breakdown.
intro chorus, yeah.
It's like progressive.
So a lot of bands like not even just metalcore. You know, lots of gent. I'm inspired by a lot of gent. But metalcore wise, The Word Alive is a big one. Weekend is Romans.
Those
Those
are
King.
amazing bands. All three of them. Those are like bands I grew up watching, bro.
Gent and hardcore wise, it's like Volumes is a big one because they actually had a collab with Puya at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
great
did.
song.
Yeah, it's crazy. They were ahead of the wave at that point too. That was when the SoundCloud shit started popping a lot more, and they have it going crazy for them. Shout out to Volumes right now.
Yeah, shout out to Volumes. Rip Diego.
RP Dago, yeah. So like, there's a lot of weird connections, bro. Like we played shows with Favorite King and Volumes and they were live. We opened up for them as well. So like, it's so crazy that he mentioned that. Like we opened up for those bands, being like, me being like 17, 15, 14. Like I want to open up for these bands one day. Boom, we did it. And it's like, okay, what's next? You know, play with those bands on tour. So you gotta make your band poppin' enough to do that. So that's a lot of it right there, bro. I feel like with him, like he even listens to a lot of Lil Peep and like a lot of the SoundCloud stuff too. So he's really like just like me, bro. Like a melting pot of like all kinds of music, bro. And he's making moves on his producing shit too.
Yeah. Started doing that a couple of months ago.
Yeah, producing, man. So like, you know, so there's a lot of potential right now that the band is able to go forward to right now.
So tell me more about like what you're producing though, like.
It's a lot of things because in producing you really have to like learn every genre, and I mean every genre, because you know when it comes to synths, for example, you're gonna want to look for a dubstep or EDM tutorial. So that's like completely out of the box already. But yeah, I've been learning a lot of MIDI programming just because that's like a big basis of how a lot of songs are made. You know, synths, 808s, all that is MIDI. But yeah, it's been going incredibly well. I have not a lot of gear, but I have the gear necessary.
Yeah.
So I'm taking advantage of it.
Exactly. That's what you gotta do, man. No procrastinations on Zoúme's end right now. Like we're making sure like all this way is worth it. We're working behind the scenes a lot.
Yeah, we really are. You know, me personally, I like produce until I literally feel like I'm about to knock out.
Yeah.
You know, this is like a whole day thing.
Me and him video chat 3 times a day, like 2 or 3 times a day, like every day. You know what I mean?
We're
Like,
making sure
yeah.
the new music that comes out is as best as it can be.
yeah. And we're on the same page, and you know, like the communication is like at the all-time high. Like I said, like you can't be in business or in the band or anything like that. Anything like a job without communication. You know what I'm saying? So, when you lose that, that's when you lose everything, bro. Like I've seen that shit happen.
Would you say like it's more about like what you know? Like you said, your gear is not the best, but like it's what you need. Like, would you say it's more like what you know and like rather than
It's about
the gear?
It's about knowing what to do with the things that you have, because you know you may not have a lot. Like let's say you don't have a lot, but like that something you have, you got to learn how to use it well. And that's like the same with me. Like I've always like improvised stuff, seeing what works rather than doing like what's on a manual or something, and it does. When it comes to that, like especially in like low income neighborhoods like the one
Yeah.
I grew up in, it's like you have to be smart.
Yeah.
Especially like handling expensive gear. You know.
Yeah. Hell yeah, bro. Because your apartment can easily get robbed into. Anything can happen, man. He's from Queens. I'm from Brooklyn, and like now things are getting different, but like regardless, you know what I'm saying, like the neighborhoods have really affected us and like our lifestyles, and I feel like that pain is always gonna be translated to our music, you know, and there's gonna be like a lot of people that relate from that all over the world, man. Because like I feel like I 100% want my music to reach like even like less fortunate countries, you know what I mean, all over the world. That's definitely where I want to go at, and hopefully we're able to play a show out there, you know what I mean.
That'd be sick.
Hell
That'd
yeah.
be awesome.
All right, so moving forward, I know you guys also got like featured on Blackcraft's Twitch stream. Like,
Yeah.
how does that feel for you guys?
Bro, that was so random, bro. I was just home. Next thing I know, I'm like seeing the Spotify numbers go up, like on monthly. I'm like, how? And then Alex is the guitarist, bro. He's like, yo, I submitted the songs to Blackcraft Twitch, and like they play Xanax or whatever. I'm like, where? That's so freaking random. And like the fact that it's like Xanax too, bro. It's like, you know, that's like a very weird song. So people were like, oh shit, this is the heaviest breakdown I've ever heard my whole life. and I saw the reaction video on Twitch, bro, and like shout out to Black Craft, bro. Apparently got like a year sponsorship of clothing, but we didn't get hit up after that. Shout out to Black Craft Cole. Yeah, and like it's just awesome because like I want that association. Like I sort of got like a couple weeks before that I was telling him, bro, like we just need like a sponsorship, like a clothing sponsorship. But yeah, bro, like the fact that we really got on that Black Craft like Twitch, that helped us and it opened up your mind so much because like I wanted to also like start doing that. For like I was a video game person growing up, but at the same time, like recently I got back into it and like, man, I don't want to just do this like for my own entertainment. I also want to do it for like other people's entertainment. So I thought about getting into the Twitch world too. Everybody's doing it nowadays, but it seems like something that you want to hop on low key.
I was never a video game person either, right? Because I don't have time for it. But on Twitch, there's also this thing called Rocksmith.
Yeah.
That a lot of guitarists be doing. That's where they like stream on Twitch and just play along to songs. It's like Guitar Hero, but with a real guitar.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So I don't even have to like pick up any video games to distract me. I'm literally like practicing in stream, so I can get on that wave.
Exactly. So like I feel like I definitely want to do something related to like us being more interactive with our fan base on Twitch. I feel like in one way or another we can always find that shit.
Yeah.
That was gonna be my follow-up question. Like, being that you guys have been like in the rehearsal studios and like doing things, what do you think about like doing a live stream performance? Like,
So I thought about it like a couple times and it seems like we could do it. But the whole thing is also like people are so freaking like critical online and like if there's something missing when the guitarist is like missed a note, you know what I mean? Like they're gonna all mention it. So I'd rather just like wait till like we really perfect it live and like it's a super like tight and you just make sure that maybe it's not the right thing either. Maybe like you know what I mean? I want to have people see us like live, bro. Like just having that weight be worth it. You know what I mean? Because they're not gonna get the same energy. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna be sounding like awesome. We're gonna be sounding awesome. We're all gonna be sounding awesome. But like you're not gonna feel the live presence. You know what I mean? So
for sure.
I'm a little bit against it because of that. But like I said, we probably want to get into the Twitch thing in one way or another.
Going back on what you said, like
Yeah.
the sponsorships, like have any record labels or brand deals like reached out to you, maybe working with you?
Yeah, there's been a couple labels in the past, bro, that have reached out. Shout out Franz, shout out Revival Recordings as well. There's been a couple other people that hit us up in the industry, and like it gets you thinking, bro, because like, you sign yourself to like a 5-record deal, and then like you're with that label for a long time, you don't know what could happen, even in your personal lives, So in the long run, I think us not being able to or just not wanting to worked out, because now we're like a brand new band basically, and we have so much more to offer. Now we have leverage. We could say we've done these tours to the city like 4 times. We just need to hit the West Coast, you know what I mean? We have to tour more, keep building that resume up, bro. And I feel like eventually we could be one of the first bands, like I mentioned, like to be independent and like be very successful. Yeah, man, not to like just to say it like that. If like you get a record label from this person, but then your idol like Ronnie Radke or like something crazier hits you up, it just gets you thinking like, man, like your music is amazing, like. Maybe you shouldn't go for the first record deal that gets handed to you, you know what I mean? So, we're just being patient with it, bro, in terms of, like, record deals and stuff.
Yeah, it's a big thing. You can't be desperate.
Never desperate.
Just sign, like, with the first label that goes. Yeah, it's like, know what you want.
Yeah. That's the only thing I'm desperate for, bro, is, like, success and, like, for this band.
And obviously you guys have been gaining a lot of success over the years, I feel like. And, like, being independent, like, that's been like working out well for you guys.
Yeah, it's been working out well so far. The thing that makes you want to sign to a label is the fact that you have management with it. You know what I mean? So sometimes like, I try to make sure I push myself every day. Me and Gian push each other every day. But with a label, there's a lot of things that get done for you. So when you're independent, you're literally making sure that you're working for yourself 24/7. And if the moment you stop working is when you start losing leverage and you start losing like that money, income, and a lot of things. So, having a label comes in handy for those reasons, bro. Like they make sure the machine keeps running for you. So we're gonna see. We're interested in signing, but we're also gonna make sure like we're freaking like successful on our own for real. Because we have clout, internet clout. We sell merch here and there, but like now it's like a whole different ballgame with the world, bro. So like we want to make sure we're studying our music in a different way, where people are able to support us in a better way as well.
I feel like it's kind of good that you're being successful with like you're independent.
Yeah.
'Cause, like there's certain things I feel like maybe if you were signed to a label, you wouldn't be able to experiment with your sound.
Exactly.
You gotta stick to.
Exactly. So like, bro, the music that was recorded in 2017 that didn't drop yet, that I'm gonna say this for like later on. That music, the labels would have loved, like, yo, that's safe. You know, this is amazing. Do it. The music that I'm writing like in 2019, 2020, that it was gonna be like, yo, this sounds like not like a typical band. So like, we probably don't want to do something like this. But I'm like, wait, but that's the sound I want to go for.
Mm.
So I don't have nothing stopping me, bro. And I'm getting very weird with the music that we're dropping, like how it's gonna sound. Like people are not gonna expect some of it, you know what I mean? So I wanna have that openness, bro, and hopefully we find management, hopefully find a label that understands everything, gives me full control of everything, cause that's the only way we've been successful, when like I have full control. And like whenever they're trying to make my vision come alive, that's like where I sign. My vision, man.
Gian, like, how do you feel about like sounds moving forward?
It all comes down to like creativity and how open you are to listening to new music, because the things we're trying to do here, we're trying to experiment. That's literally it, just experimenting with genres, just not like, even with the ones we're accustomed to listening to all the time, we try to mix them together, see what can be done.
Somehow be as original as you can, somehow, cause like
it's tough being original. Like now, it's incredibly tough, and like it takes so much dedication.
yeah.
But going to like what's next, like
Yeah.
one of your songs,
Where
I feel like that was just super unique. Like, I don't know many people who have that song style.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that song was purely just like off the influence of like listening to like Lil Peep and like a lot of those like more softer SoundCloud artists of that era. And the instrumentals, bro, he was so good at picking like the very good instrumentals like everybody just loves to hear. You could listen to that music without no vocals and no sound amazing. So when you hear it, you can naturally hear melodies. So when that song was created, like it was just instrumental at first, like pure intention, just being a straight instrumental. And then I started hearing melodies. And then I'm like, okay, this is happening to me right now, so I'm gonna talk about it. And I had a feeling that was gonna be our last song for a minute, because we have released like 6 songs throughout the year, and 6 singles, and that was like kind of like the plan we set off of the year before, 2018. That's what it is. And yeah, so like that song was just written very like, bro, does not even get inspired by anything that has been put out in Zoúme's past. Let's put this out like we're just like doing us now. Like we won't have people expecting what we're doing next. Cause what's next dropped before that was Till You Click, then Phantom, Anthem, Bitch. So they had no idea what to expect next. So what's next was the one that spoke to me in that moment.
I think it's just super unique. And speaking of your other songs,
Yeah.
you've hit 2 of them have hit like 100K streams.
Yeah, bro.
How's that like feel?
Yeah, bro, that's wild to see. Like, I always knew it was gonna get there. You know what I mean? And those songs did very well as soon as they came out, and like, it just took a little longer to hit the 100K mark. But I knew those songs had the potential, and like, I'm so glad that he's getting the recognition he deserves. And I just preparing everything. Now, honestly, like speaking like with Bitch and Anthem, that's like a safe thing that we did, because we knew we have like this heavy sound that is very experimental, and like this rock sound that is more alternative. People are like more used to listening to. And that was like the test run. Like now we could create heavy music and people like it, and now we could create this music and heavy people, people like it. So we really separated our sounds that by putting out those 2 songs, and the fact that those are 2 of our last songs as well, bro. Like it makes it very exciting for people to hear all the new shit.
John, what's your input on that? Like,
It's pretty much that. Yeah, it's like this band is very experimental, especially like. The thing with what's next is you wouldn't expect it from a band that's heavy, like
Yeah.
at all, because it is just like a flat out just smooth song.
Yeah.
And yeah, basically what we do is we take the feedback of it, because it's an experiment. It's all like
Yeah.
a big experiment, but we're still solidifying our sound. But yeah, through the feedback and all that, we've kind of constructed this sort of style, sort of kind of like sound that we're trying to achieve.
Give us no limits, We're trying to show the
Yeah.
fans right now, like before the next project, that we have no limits in what we can do.
and like, being a guitarist of Zoúme, what do you feel is like your most favorite song to play, live or just in general, like just to play through?
I mean, there's many, because in terms of like playing wise, like technical fast, Lost Boy is definitely one. Even if it's like in 2016, it's still
It's still fucking
it's
fire
still
today.
fire. It's
Yeah.
still really fun to play. Other than that, I think The Sauce is really fun to play.
Oh yeah, the new shit.
The new shit,
Yeah, the new shit's gonna be wild to play.
but you ain't heard it unless you've been.
Unless
the
you've been to
recent
the show.
shows.
And that's been to a Zoúme show.
You're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait.
You guys
And
can-
speaking on that,
yeah.
like you've teased us with that on Instagram and a few other.
Yeah, songs and ideas and shit. Yeah, bro. The sauce, bro. Like, people just be ready for it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the band's Instagram, follow us on Spotify. Go crazy with everything you see Zoúme related, and like stay in touch, cause like I'm not gonna drop a release date, I think, and it's just gonna be out there,
Surprise.
and there's gonna be a storm after that as well. So get ready for a piece of music, a project that's gonna be like, oh man, like this is something I never expected before, and like no other band's doing something like this. That's like what I'm excited for, cause it's been a year and a half since I've had this idea in my head, bro, of like putting out this project, and it's like no band has still done it, even though a lot of bands have like done like a lot of the music that we put out in the year that was being put out.
Yeah, I definitely look forward to it, and like, you're not one to like normally just drop it out of nowhere and not say anything.
Yeah, exactly.
So how do you feel like that's gonna go for you?
I feel like it's just the way that needs to go. You know what I mean? Like, it's been postponed so many times, bro. And the way that it's like, the way that I want people to not expect shit. Like that song, bro. Like I still listen to it. I'm like, I'm used to this. This is the new Zoúme. But some people are gonna hear it and be like, damn, I did not expect that at all. So it's gonna be like that, all that shock factor being built up to that song coming out of nowhere. I've never done that before. I've always put out like 3 weeks announcement, like I'm dropping this EP a month from now, like, you know, all this shit for that. But I'm really depending on the Zoúme cult fan base right now to help me spread this song like a lot, and we gotta make sure it gets put out the right way, and merch and all that's gonna be with the sauce as well.
Awesome. I definitely look forward to seeing like what you're gonna do, what steps you're gonna take to just drop it.
Oh yeah, I have a crazy feature in that song, bro. On that
Yeah.
song, it's insane. Like, y'all gotta know what's up. Go listen to the boys in Jinx. Yeah.
So we just released it.
Yeah.
And also like moving forward throughout the years, like you've lost some band members.
Yeah.
You've, like changed your sound.
A lot, yeah.
What steps do you keep yourself from like keeping the positive mentality and like keep growing, like keep Zoúme alive?
The change, bro. The change is like the most important thing that you need to embrace. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like you mentioned even the word change, and just now asking that, and this song, it's a song I have in my EP called Prophecy, called Change, and like that song is just like, it speaks on like a lot of shit that now I grow to realize what is really what I'm trying to tell myself. You know what I mean? Like those thoughts that I'm just like thinking that you put into a song, like you understand your message later on sometimes, and like I think if you can't embrace change, bro, like how you gonna move forward with anything in life, you know?
Sure.
So in sound and like the music's progressing, you can't play one kind of metal your whole life. You know, you can't wear those same kind of outfit your whole life, you know what I mean? So you're always gonna embrace change, and like people are gonna always come and go in your life, bro. And like the ones that are meant to stay are gonna always stay there in one way, shape, or another. I'm telling you for a fact. And I think embracing change is appreciating the things that you do have every moment definitely helps everything. 'Cause at the end of the day, I'm just glad that there's a fan base out there that loves the band for what we did, for what we got coming out, for everything, man. Like the way I love them, the people that are watching this, the people that take time to like look into the band and like listen to our songs, like that love is just always gonna be going. And like the love that I receive, the love that music brings me joy is what keeps me going for sure, bro.
And Gian, recently you joined the band too, and you have had many changes from like past bands and just solo stuff.
Growing up,
like,
just growing up.
For me, something that really keeps me going is just having the vision of what I want. Because a lot of people get discouraged. They think negatively. They're like, God damn, I'm not gonna make it. But like, you know, you can't tell yourself that. You have to be optimist. Like,
so you think
Optimistic.
keeping a positive mindset.
Be curious.
be curious.
Just keep going straight.
Always keep a positive mindset. Always, especially like with the hard labor that comes with this. Like,
Yeah, it's
you
a
know,
lot of hard labor.
There's like hours that you have to put into doing just even like simple tasks. So it takes a lot. So something that really helps is just, you know, telling myself I'm gonna make it. Like, I don't care, I'm going to make it.
Yeah, you need to make yourself delusional, bro. If you're not psychotic, like you're telling yourself, I'm gonna make it. Like you look a crackhead at that point, like I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna make it. If you're like that and you're actually working towards that shit, bro, you're gonna make it no matter what. You know what I mean? You never hear about the people that aren't obsessive that make it. The people that aren't obsessive, that is not what they talk about every day, those are the people that don't make it. The people that talk about that shit like every day, bro, like they look psychotic. You look at them in the eye and they look crazy. Those people end up making it. And those are the artists that have crazy ass problems to write their songs and like, what the fuck he was thinking writing that song? Shout out Chris Motionless. You know what I'm saying? Like,
If your instrument, if your passion isn't your best friend, what are you doing?
facts, man. Facts. And like, I name drop Chris Moshes right there for like a reason. I feel too like, his lyrics, bro. Like they're so upfront. Like whether they're like rude, that's the best part, bro. Like that rudeness. You know what I mean? Like that's the angle that you want to tell somebody that's fucking with you in real life. You know what I mean? Like anything in their catalog. So, they display emotion on the records, bro, and like throughout their fans. Like that community is like why I aspire to like have, and like I'm part of that fan base too, and like I want to continue that into our band. That's one band I really hope I tour with one day.
That'd be really sick.
Hell
And
yeah.
like, do you like have any proud moments being like a founding member of the band, like being the front man?
Yeah.
What is some of your proudest moments?
Oh man, that's a great question, bro. The proudest moments, bro, is just seeing like my dreams come true, bro. Like for real, like me being like 13, writing down on my notes on my first iPhone, like I want to play World Tour one day. I want to be in a band that sounds like this. Like even low key, you have to do that in the beginning. So you have like an idea, you know what I mean? There's a lot of proud moments, bro. Seeing my band play World Tour, bro. Playing Gramercy Theater, like that's the band I grew up seeing the word live like 14 times. Like a lot of other bands seen them like, multiple times, bro. So playing that for my birthday, bro, sold out show. So that same year playing in the summers, you know, some of the venues that you played in. I mean, you watch bands growing up, like that's fucking crazy to me. And like I'm proud of those moments. And now it's not about the being proud. Now it's just like about the discipline now, man. Because I want to maintain that and like grow it bigger. So I'm very proud of seeing everything. I'm glad to see that I have so much knowledge now that I could even share with the homies around me, with people that are like, one, they want to learn from me, like, hey Chris, how did you start your band? Like whatever the case may be. Like I'm just happy that I went through so much, because now I can share that experience and knowledge with everybody else around me, man. Yeah.
So you talked about playing Warped Tour
Yeah.
and Gramercy Theater multiple times.
Yeah.
Even like the studio at Webster Hall.
Yeah.
What
Shit's
goes
crazy.
through your head when you're like on that stage and you see like a crowd of people and you're like, man, this is like my dream.
Bro, it feels so surprisingly, bro, like natural, bro. Like I'm scared when it's like shows that are like empty. When it's like a big crowd right there, bro, like just waiting for you chanting your name, Zoúme. Like that shit makes me feel so comfortable. I'll go out there and like Diablo on, you know what I'm saying? Like Diablo mode. And World Tour, bro, like we drank a bottle of freaking like this big, bro, the big one of what's it called? Freaking it's the old shit, I don't drink it no more. Fireball.
Oh shit.
The worst shit you can have, bro. You know what I'm saying? And we drank it for breakfast, bro. We didn't eat nothing on the way to World Tour. And went on stage, performed, and like it was natural, bro. Natural. Like didn't feel like throwing up at all. I think. And went to the crowd, bro. Like you look at the footage from the show, like there's a lot of footage out there. Like I'm going to that crowd and it looks natural. Like everything's meant to be in place right there. So it's just crazy, bro. Like those moments, like I feel so like happy that I had that, and like I know that I'm comfortable being there, and like I feel like I'm in a position where like I could really like just influence anybody, because I was in that freaking crowd, bro. Like not that long back, you know what I mean? So the World Tour thing was crazy, and now it's just about like every band, I feel like, not just us, needs to prove themselves and do something that's like more than just touring. It has to be something that bands do together, I feel. It needs to be like a new World Tour, you know what I mean? We need more of the community, the scene, doing shit together in the US, not just out there.
Definitely. I can't wait. Like I hope that stuff happens more. And Gian, what are your views on that? Like, do you have the same thought process going
Yeah,
out there?
I do, because, you know, a lot of people have stage fright. I don't. You know, it's all just natural because there's just an energy with the crowd that you have when you're playing. So, you know, like you said, you just feel comfortable.
Yeah.
You don't get nervous. You don't get tense or anything like that. You just let loose.
You see, his mindset, that's the mindset. Like, if you go into it, like, thinking, like, oh, I need a cigarette, oh, I need to pop something, I need a shot, like, you're gonna fucking just continue those bad habits, bro.
And is that something that, like, grew up on you? Or is, like, has it always been that mentality?
Well, I mean...
That, for me, bro, like, something you realize, you know what I mean? Like, you realize when you started, like, when I first started doing music and going to rehearsals and doing the whole band thing, like, I was sober, you know what I mean? As you grow older and opportunities come and, like, you know, other things get involved, you drink, you smoke too much, whatever the case may be, bro, and like you kind of get lost, and then you feel like you always need to do it, and then at the end of the day you don't have that stamina, you know what I mean? So it's try and error with that shit, and like that's part of the process, that's part of like the experience I want to share with my new bandmates, and being like, yo guys, like be sober as fuck, bro. Like the lifestyle you want to live in the end is gonna be a sober one, and it's gonna be one that's healthy.
Yeah, I also came to realize that as well, that, you know, it's like a thing where it's kind of natural, but I had to realize it for myself, because I remember like first few gigs, like not in this band, but you know, first few gigs, in general, just being so tense and nervous, and then when I get on stage, it's just like, you know, goes
Yeah.
smoothly because, again, it's just the energy that goes around. When music is love, you're spreading love around. So
Spreading melodies, bro.
you're spreading.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, it's not. I don't feel anything. I just feel happy to be on stage.
So
Because,
just
you know,
let
you're,
loose and be
you're
yourself.
embracing what you want to
Yeah.
do. You're enjoying it. You feel happy.
I think the same thing, like being in the crowd, you know,
Yeah.
and just let loose, and everyone has a good time.
Exactly. There's no like making fun of each other, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, you know how good it feels to, like, you know, put your fist out to the crowd and people just fist bump.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know, there's that connection.
Hopefully we have that coming back from COVID. You know what I'm saying? Like from the
Yeah.
shows. Like hopefully we're able to fist bump people.
And we've
Shout
seen
out
that
to
too. Like,
COVID-19.
you guys go in the crowd.
Yeah.
I've seen you,
Yeah.
both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went crazy.
You both went in.
We like going in the crowd, bro. I like that whole shit. Like just being punk rock and shit. I like it.
Yeah.
And moving forward, is there anything like you guys would like to say to anyone watching?
Where to say, man, like I want to shit up put out there that I apologize to the fans for waiting so long for the new music. At the end of the day, like things is gonna take time. It's a brand new band. Pretty much it is a brand new band, and we have the sound that we believe in so much that it's taking time to build, but it's gonna come together the way it needs to come. We're not gonna let you guys down. We're gonna keep everything pushing the way it needs to go. Expect 2021 to be full of touring, full of everything, album, EP, everything. I want to put out an EP. I want to put out an album in the next 12 months. Both things. I want to say the next 12 months I want to put out an EP and an album. So be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for the sauce. Go listen to Zoúme. Go subscribe to us. Go everything. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the
Get
day,
some merch.
I thank you guys so much for watching this, yo. Hopefully you guys enjoyed and watched the whole thing. I'm Chris.
I'm Gian.
Dion, do you have anything to say to anyone?
Well, yeah, just, you know, be patient. Be patient. Because, you know, the next big thing is coming. You know, you guys won't expect it. And it's a surprise too, so.
Yeah. Better to have a surprise.
But
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
do look forward to 2021 because big moves.
Definitely.
Always, and love each other.
We're
At a
gearing up.
distance.
Love and compassion.
Right now at a distance, at a 6 foot distance, but love each other.
Yeah, love each other, man. Be patient with yourself.
Alright. Thank you guys.
Thank you, man. Thank you for doing this
Good
for us,
being
bro. Everybody go follow the guy from the pic, you know what I'm saying? I think I got
also
that right.
get some merch.
Yes,
You got it right.
please. Support
Yeah,
Black
some rich work.
Lives Matter. Please.
Black Lives Matter.
Please.
If you don't, you're a bitch.
You're a bitch. For real.
Yeah, for real.
And I won't fuck with no racist shit. Zoúme is an international band. We have an international fan base. We want to get out there. We want to be an international everything. Human rights, let's go.
I think we're making it happen.
Word.
This is the year.
This is the year.
This is the-
This is the year. Right there.
I think that was good.
Yeah, that was